Hello everyone and welcome, I'm Beastly Eel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about episode 2 of season 3 of My Adventures with Superman. So in this episode it is SuperCon, which is apparently a con that is dedicated just to Superman. And the idea is during this con, Supergirl, aka Kara, is going to be introduced to the world, basically as the latest hero to kind of help in Metropolis. Before SuperCon happens, there is a bank robbery that Clark is trying to convince the robbers to not do, and Kara uses her heat vision to heat up the guns so they all drop their guns and they run away. Um, they then do what they need to do, meet up with Lois and Jimmy, and get ready for SuperCon. While they're there, Lois is not happy being there, mostly due to the fact that she feels like her ability as a journalist is being wasted on covering the SuperCon. However, when she sees the Toy Man, she realizes she might have a story after all and begins to investigate him. Clark is trying to enjoy himself as much as possible before he has to introduce Kara to the world. And Kara is trying to get Jimmy's attention, and Jimmy's basically trying to tell her that maybe they should not be together, mostly due to the fact that he feels like she has not seen the world yet, and he feels that that would be very selfish of him for him to date her when she hasn't even seen the world yet, where he doesn't want her to think that he's the only thing that's out there. He immediately regrets it. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So Superman introduces Supergirl and then takes off to deal with a bank robber, which is the funniest thing between him and the Whip. Whip is a female with two whips, metal-like whips. The only thing is she infuses it with kryptonite, which obviously makes Superman weak. She runs out of battery, and he eventually beats her. But the interaction between the two of them was pretty funny, mostly due to the fact that Superman was not used to the idea of being flirted with, specifically with Whip. And Whip was also very surprised to find out that Superman does all his hero work for free, which she thought was very stupid of him. And then when she gets captured at the end, she basically explains to him that maybe they should one either go out sometime, and he's very kind of I don't want to phrase this blushed because of that. And so while that's happening, he's kind of just like nervous by the fact that she was even saying that to him. But then she also states that maybe we need to discuss our your financial statements, mostly due to the fact that you are undercharging significantly. She eventually gets arrested, obviously, and he goes back to SuperCon. While he's dealing with that, Supergirl is being interviewed, and basically it's being stated that there's already a superpowered being here, Superman. Why do we need another one? Why do we need Supergirl here? What makes Supergirl so needed that she should be a part of the group? And Supergirl really can't answer it. It's not until this little girl, Jessica Cruz, who is supposedly going to be running her own show as My Adventures with Green Lantern, she raises her hand and says that the reason why Superman is a hero, Supergirl is a warrior, and that we need a warrior, and that the little girl basically states, or Jessica Cruz, however you want to, whatever, I'm saying the same thing, basically stated that she wanted to be just like Supergirl and be a warrior just like her. Um, Supergirl had then taken what Jimmy had taken to heart and invited all eligible bachelors in Metropolis to come see her at her booth to see if they are going to be a worthy mate for her. And so the rest of that part of the episode is just Jimmy watching Kara basically speed dating through Metropolis, and he was very jealous about it. He then has an interaction with Lex Luthor. Lex basically stating he's going to be unveiling something incredible. It's going to be the greatest thing ever, and that Jimmy would really want to see it later. While this is going on, Lois is trying to prove that the Toy Man is a villain, and she's been failing miserably. Superman, or dressed as Clark, is basically like, "Hey, Lois, why don't we leave him alone? Like, obviously he's not a bad guy. Like, he's trying to turn in a new leaf. Let's leave him alone." She then notices all the weapons and then tries to use reverse psychology and basically state that, oh, Toyman could never build anything like this. Toyman is so inferior mentally that there's no way he could even comprehend making weapons. That's when he snaps. We see him pull out this massive toy mecha suit and is ready to attack the two of them. Now, during this episode, we've seen Bizarro dressed up in Superman outfit. So we see this flash of red and blue, which obviously was not Clark, and smash through the Toyman's armor right outside, causing a massive hole. So the thought is it's Bizarro, but when we go out there, it's Hank Himshaw as Cyborg Superman. Now, granted, he's just going as Hank Himshaw, dressed as a Superman-like character, and takes out the Toyman with ease, basically stating that there's, and Lex basically shows that with the help of Hank Himshaw, they've been able to create a hero that is equivalent to Superman, but better because he's a local, homegrown hero here on Earth in a metropolis. And obviously, there's a big cheering for the new hero, and then later we see Hank on a table in LexCorp, getting upgraded / kind of fixed. While Deathstroke is also watching as well with Lex Luthor. And that's how the episode ends. So, very curious to see where the next episode goes. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing more of Cyborg Superman, especially because we got to see a little bit of the jaw being removed to kind of show that he is still robotic under there. But we'll have to wait and see to know for sure. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not? And why? And as always, if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.